Okay, guys, we are done with the pencil drawing. Okay, you've done that. You have a nice detailed contour drawing. Then what you're going to do in your bag of goodies that was at home with you, you have two markers. You have a two flare. You have a very fine tip, which is the one with the gray handle, and you have an all black one, which is a medium tip. So I went ahead and I outlined with my medium tip. Okay, and you can do whichever one you want. If you have a heavy hand, maybe you want to use um, the gray one. So I've already got that done. I didn't think you wanted to just see me outline the entire thing. So it's all done in marker. Next thing you're going to do is we are going to practice, and I have to give you this. I'm going to give you some tracing paper. It's just very thin see-through paper. Look at that. You can see, put it right over top and you can practice. So we're going to talk about where thick and thin lines will be when you are drawing. So if I'm looking at my object, okay, again, here's my flower, I'm using my flower. My thicker lines that I'm going to place on my flower are going to be anywhere that there's overlaps. For example, the petal overlaps this petal overlaps this petal, or anywhere where there's a shadow. Again, see right here underneath the leaf, there's a shadow underneath that leaf that you can see on the table or the cardboard. That is going to be thicker lines. So you are going to practice. I'm going to give you a few of these sheets of paper, but you have to have whatever object it is in front of you to be able to see, hey, where do I need thick lines? Where do I need thin lines? And you need to use both, okay? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with my flower. I have a shadow there, so I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to, in my curve, I'm going to make that a little bit thicker right there. Okay. This petal right here overlaps this one. So that line right there where it overlaps is going to be thicker. And then it gradually gets shorter or thinner as you go on. Okay. And this is going to be really thin in here. I might go back to this thin line. I'm going to do my textures that I put on my petals very, very thin. Okay. Coming back with this. This petal overlaps this petal. So it's going to be thin here, and then it's going to get thicker where that overlap occurs. Okay? And you have to make this yours and own the line variation. I like to do mine like in the little curves, just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph, a little bit more pizzazz, to make it more eye appealing. You're going to have under the stem or under the sole, whatever it is, under the shoestring, you are going to have a darker and thicker line than at the top every single time. This line is going to be really, really thick underneath there. And the top line is going to be thinner. Thick, thin. That's going to be, it's going to have a shadow underneath there. Go ahead and finish this flower up. Even on the pistons, you're going to have some values. Maybe you want to go in. Mine were dark, so I'm going to do some stippling on my pistons there. Make those show up. I want everything to show up. That's mainly what I'm doing here. And I still have thicker lines on both sides, not on both sides, on one side. It's here. This is going to be thicker because it overlaps. This here is going to be thicker because it overlaps. Make that thicker. And this is really kind of fun once you get used to it, okay? You're going to make it your own, but you're making things stand out. You don't want anything to blend in, and that's what we're going to look at when I'm finished here. We're going to look at, hey, is there anything that I need to darken because it blends in with something else or it doesn't show up? And the dark, that's thicker right there because it's on the bottom. And of course, I have my textures on my stem. This is textures on my stem. So there we go. Now I have my leaf over here that I don't forget about. It's pretty dark. I'm going to make it really dark so it can stand out. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, take a look at this compared to just the line drawing. Look at that. Look at the difference right there. Okay, isn't this much more eye appealing? Okay, with all the different line variations than just a simple outline. Okay, one thing you want to be careful of when you're doing this, when you're doing like you're doing a thick line. See, this is a thick line here. We don't all of a sudden stop and make it thin again. All right, that's a no-no. You want to go thick, thick, and then you go back to thin. So it's a gradual change from thin to thick, back to thin. Okay, so you're going to have a couple sheets of this tracing paper, and you're going to practice with your marker. Okay, once you practice with your marker and you feel comfortable, and you're like, hey, I got this, or if you want to shoot me a picture and say, well, does this look right? What do I need? You can always add more, but remember, you cannot take the line off the paper, okay, because it's permanent marker. So once you have done it on the tracing paper and you feel comfortable, if you want to wait to class, that's fine. Then what you're going to do is you are going to put this on your final drawing that you have here in marker. And that is your demonstration of what you're going to do for line variation. We'll see you in class tomorrow.